Today I wanted to do a quick eBay unboxing video. I buy a lot of my hunting stuff, a lot of my archery stuff off of eBay, through eBay. If you're on a pretty tight budget, you can find some pretty good deals on a lot of pretty high quality hunting gear on there. That's actually where I bought these Victory Extortion arrow shafts from. And I found those on a deal. I got 3 dozen of them for less than what 1 dozen of them would have cost me if I was just to have ordered them. So yeah, you can get a lot of pretty good deals. But today we're going to be talking broadheads again. I've got 2 boxes here. The Northern Evos, you've seen those in a previous video. Great heads. They fly good, but I'm always messing around finding, maybe something. If one thing works great, then something else is probably going to work better. Much to my wife's chagrin, I'm always trying something new, always getting something new. So I found these broadheads, actually 2 different places, for really good deals. So I decided to pick them up and try them. They're a head that I've been interested in for a while now, and they're just it's a great brand. I've heard nothing but good about them. I got friends that shoot their expandables, so I'm gonna go ahead and open this up, and we're gonna see what we got in here. I'll showcase this real quick while I'm at it. If you want a really nice everyday carry pocket knife, they're a little expensive, but these buck deploys are fantastic. This is my favorite pocket knife. I've got a lot of pocket knives. This is my absolute favorite by far. It's an automatic knife, so it's a push button to open. It's got a locking safety on this side to keep it from coming open in your pocket. Just a great all-around knife, very well made. S30, I believe this one has this one's the regular stainless steel. I believe they may make one with S35VN steel in it. I'm not sure about that, honestly, but that is a great knife. Alright, there we go. These are the Swhacker Razor 252 100 grain heads. They are a lot bigger cut than the Northerns. Let me grab one of those and show you. As you can see, and there's a Northern up next to it. These Northerns are like 1 1/4 inches. These are 1.5 inches with bleeders. So they are wider this way, and plus they're actually a 4-blade head. 420 stainless steel, 0.065 blade thickness. I've heard nothing but good about Swhacker from a lot of the guys that I hunt with. I hunt with a couple of my friends use the Swhacker 2.5 inch expandables, and have had nothing but good to say about them. So I decided I would give them a try, and since I'm going on this elk hunt, I looked around and found some of their fixed blade heads. I actually don't know, honestly, if these are even still in business or not, or still in production. But I got another box of them here too. I'll go ahead and open up. But I know Swhacker still does make expandable or fixed blade heads, and I've heard nothing but good about them from the guys I know that shoot them. So I'm gonna try them for myself and prove them one way or the other, whether they work for me or not. What works for one may not work for another. There they are. Right there. Both of them are 100 grain. I had been shooting 125 grain heads, but either way, when the arrows have reached the weight that mine have now, 25 grains is not going to make a whole lot of difference. as far as penetration. They're going to penetrate through anything I shoot at them with. So I'm going to open these up real quick. Usually if I buy broadheads, I always buy 6. That way it gives me a few that I can practice with, and then nice thing is with these fixed blades I can resharpen them. So there it is out of the package. A really wicked looking head. I think it's going to do good. I got a piece of paper here. I'm going to do a little sharpness test and just see out of the box. I don't really have a good grip on it, but that's pretty sharp out of the box. With all my heads, all my fixed blade heads, I've got a work sharp knife sharpener that is on a stand that I can adjust the angle to the angle of the blade. I use it to sharpen all my pocket knives and all my hunting knives, but with all of my broadheads that are fixed blades, I'll run them through there, or at least of this style, and just kind of smooth any rough edges from the factory off and just make sure that they are absolutely razor sharp all the way around. Out of the box, I can tell you right now, I'm impressed. I like the way they look. I like the width of them. I like the bleeder blades. They just seem like they're a very well built, stout head. So I'm impressed with them out of the package. I may shoot them and not be so impressed with them, but as of right now, they seem like they could be a prime candidate to be strapped onto the end of these victories for elk season. I mean, that right there is a mean looking setup. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh them real quick. If I can get my scale to turn on here. So there you have it. You can see 636 grains total arrow weight. That is about 30 grains lighter than what I was shooting with the Northerns. They were 25 grain heads. Total arrow weight on those with the lighted nocks and everything ended up being about 660 is what it come out to. These are a little bit lighter. When I chronographed it out of this bow with the 660 grains, it had backed it down quite a bit. With a 535 grain arrow, this bow was shooting at 300 foot per second, which is incredible. I've got a long draw length. I shoot a 31-inch draw, so that was helping me a lot. But this bow just tunes well with heavy arrows, and so I've shot light arrows out of it, and it seems like they whip around a lot on me. And it's probably, I haven't taken as much time to tune it as I probably should to the light arrows, but the heavy arrows, it seems like I've been able to get away with shooting those without extensive tuning, and when I don't have as much time to devote to it as I'd love to. I'd love to be able to spend hours upon hours down here in my basement doing nothing but tearing bows apart and putting them back together. I love working on bows. I love working on archery equipment. I'm working on setting up my little bow shop down here in my basement where I'm still trying to get all my parts and pieces acquired. But right now, this is looking like a very strong candidate for the elk woods, and possibly even the whitetail woods this year. I'm not 100% certain. I may keep a few fixed blades in there for deer this year and just test them out and see how they do. I know Sever just released the titanium hybrid head in a 2-inch cut, and I've got some 125 grain ones over here in the 1.5s. Absolutely love those heads. That is probably the best hybrid head I've ever seen, ever used, and I may end up getting some 100 grain Sever 2.0 hybrids and sticking a couple of those in there as well, and kind of going hybrid and fixed. Just for, I know the hybrids fly well. I was shooting incredible groups with them last year out to 75, 80 yards. I know they fly great, fly pretty close to the field point. I didn't have to do a whole lot of tuning with them, which I like. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to change some things around on the bow. Probably have to change my sight tape a little bit. That 30 grains is not going to knock it off a whole lot, but it will cause me to have to make a few adjustments. But other than that, I think this is probably going to be a prime candidate for season this year. So follow along with us. Lord willing, you'll be able to watch us put these to work in the woods this year. If you've been enjoying the videos, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Comment below. We'd love to hear from you. Hope you all have a good day. God bless.